Well, hello and welcome back to the channel. Well, a little bit of change in what's going to be going on. Instead of the shower, we're going to be dealing with a winter storm. I guess maybe you've heard of it unless you're in another part of the world. There's a storm coming all the way up from, I think, not New Mexico, Arkansas and Oklahoma, somewhere like that, but it's almost 2,000 miles long, the storm, the whole front. And it's just now getting to our part of Kentucky. We're about an hour from the Ohio line. It's just now started spitting snow in the last 15 minutes or so. It is about 3 o'clock. And man, that's right when the app that I use said it was going to start. Now, what's scary is the totals. It's going to start snowing now. We're only going between now and like 8 o'clock tonight. I think it's going to be 3/4 of an inch to an inch. But by the time tomorrow morning rolls around, about 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, there's going to be, I think, I can't remember, I've read so many daggone weather models. I think there's going to be, according to my app, about 6 inches or so by tomorrow morning. And then by Sunday night, about 8 o'clock, it is saying about 13 inches, which from around here is just massive. In the southern part of Kentucky, there's going to be more ice. We are going to have a little bit. I think they said we're going to have maybe, predictions of course, about 1/4 of an inch of sleet, but no ice. We're just up north enough that it's not going to affect us. Now, depending on some of the models, I've read so many of them since yesterday. Some of the models are saying 6 inches at the most. Some are saying 14 inches or 16 inches. So we're going to find out, that's for sure. So we're probably going to be snowed in for a few days anyway, maybe longer. If you've seen any of my wintertime snow videos, what I go through, driveway about 800 foot long, and my work truck, I went ahead and just moved it down there to what we call the gravel area. That's where when we get gravel, we stage it down there. They drop it off there so they don't have to come all the way up here. I already got it ready, but it's a van. It doesn't go good in slick snow and ice and stuff like that. So hopefully we don't get much ice. Because when we do get ice, I need to try to leave just a little bit of snow on top of that. It kind of does, it helps with traction, believe it or not. And I don't want to put salt down on my driveway. I've done it before. I'm not against doing it if I have to out of desperation. But if you put enough of it down there, once it seeps down into the gravel, it loosens up your base underneath and makes it mushy, and you don't want that. It hasn't happened a whole lot, but it has happened. But I do have some salt if I need it. So yeah, it's been 15 minutes and it's real small right now. And like I said, overnight, I'm probably not going to get a whole lot of sleep just watching it, because I don't want to wait until I have, 7 inches of snow to start plowing. I mean, I guess I may have to, but I want to try to keep on top of it much as I can. I was already scheduled to be off work Monday. So I was going to have a doctor's appointment. I rescheduled it, but I'm going to go ahead and stay off now, obviously. I'm hoping I can get back to work the way it's looking by Wednesday. But the snow is not really going to stop until tomorrow night. So it's going to be kind of hard to go to work Monday anyway. I'm glad I'm off. and we just have to see what Monday brings as far as weather. And then of course the temperatures are going to stay Arctic temperatures. Right now it's about 14 degrees, and that's all the high it's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be down in the single digits. Was last night. It was with the wind chill, it was about -6 last night. So, and it's like this everywhere, I'm sure. But I'm just going to track what we're doing here, and if you've never seen it before, come join the fun. I'm going to record as much as I can, keep my batteries fresh, because these GoPro camera batteries, they, well, any battery will probably freeze quick, but these batteries don't last very long. Keeping my birds fed over there, keeping them in food, they're happy. Dogs are going in and out. The old hound dog, he wants to stay outside. He doesn't understand cold until you go out there and he's shivering. So we let him stay out there for a little while, then we bring him in. So anyway, I'm getting ready to go get him here in just a minute. All right, well, there's the way it looks now, and we'll see what it looks like here in just a minute. See you tomorrow. Well, hello, next day. This is about, it's right at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know if you're in the same area zone, wherever they call it, as I am, but the snow, the all snow pushed further north, and that's getting the brunt of the storm as far as the amount of snow. What we got was snow and sleet, which it's doing right now. According to my weather app that I've got, it's showing it's snowing right now, so you can tell it's not. But we've only gotten, by now, according to all the weather maps, the last couple of days, we were supposed to have anywhere from 8 to 12 inches in my area. I think it was 8 to 12 inches. Some people were saying 14. But I measured it. I know it's not the most accurate thing, but I'm measuring about 3 inches of snow and sleet that we've gotten. It's still sleeting. Supposedly it's supposed to sleet, like I said, it's supposed to be all snow right now, but it's not. Wish it was, because the sleet is a bad thing. Now in my area, you can check your local power company they should have a grid map where you can see where the power outages are at. Right now, just about all the power outages in my area or my state are in the southern part. That's where they got the most. They didn't hardly get any snow, mainly just sleet and ice. So I guess right now we're looking pretty lucky. I don't think we're going to get any power outages. I still have to walk, check. There's my overhead line right now, my power line. It doesn't have a whole lot of ice on it at all. So, but you know, still early. The good thing is for today is right now it's about 32 degrees, 31, 32 degrees. So actually some of the snow is or ice is melting off my roof and my porch roof and stuff like that. And you're getting a lot of runoff, which is good. It's not freezing. But tonight's going to be a different story, and tomorrow, if I remember right, I've looked at so many maps, so many times over the last 24 hours, 48 hours. I think it's supposed to be tomorrow a high of 14 degrees. The low tomorrow night is 0. Tonight it's going to be low too. I don't remember what the low was, but it's pretty low. So the problem could be getting everything removed. I'm going to try to wait. I'm standing down in the rain right now, but I've already been out in it doing some stuff. So I'm not worried about getting wet. But I don't want to stay out here for 1 or 2 hours at a time getting that wet. The most important thing to get cleared off would be this pickup truck, the old Ford 4-wheel drive. That's our snow getter. We just bought the Silverado a few months ago. It's a good truck, 4-wheel drive also. But one of the brake lines in the back is leaking, so it's out of commission right now. It's on the IR, the injured reserve. The old Ford truck though, it's been doing good, and it actually has better tires on it. Those are just radial tires that came on the Silverado, which is good on the highway. These are what they call on-road, off-road tires. Let me show you real quick. I figured we needed to get those because we never know what's going to happen here. It's a good thing we did. They're a little bit rougher ride on the highway. Not real bad. I mean, you can still ride on the highway, but you notice there's a little bit more and vibration and stuff. But really good for around here. We had to pull our grandson Jace's car, went off the bank over there, and it pulled it out like nothing. So anyway, as you can see, the dark spots, that's mainly just where it's puddles. I mean, it's not real deep here. It's not even 3 inches here. I measured the 3 inches over there in the yard. We may have gotten a little bit more, I don't know, maybe a little bit less. I know that's not the most accurate way to measure it, but that's all we got. A stick and a measuring stick. Seems to do pretty good. So, all right, my plan is to not do a whole lot the rest of the day until this either turns to all snow or stops raining / sleeting. It feels to me like it's just rain right now. It doesn't even feel like sleet. And maybe a little bit of mixture. I'm sure it is. But I'm even contemplating, it's going to depend on the ice. When I get out in it tomorrow, I may, I've got the tractor ready. I've got it parked up here behind, sitting by the sitting by the van up there around the corner. I pulled it up, put a tarp on it. There's not even hardly that much snow on it this morning. But I want to just be able to start from there and just work my way on down. If it doesn't get any deeper, as long as the ice isn't real bad, it shouldn't take long to clear it off. I think what I will do later on, I'm gonna go back inside and get dry and warm. But it kind of looks like the road department, I know you can't hardly tell, but it looks like they may have done a little bit of salting. I know they said on the internet that they were going to, but our road is not an A road. I don't exactly know what letter it is, but I say that A is probably the interstate, B is probably state roads. Got some water on there, and then ours. So we're about an eighth of a mile, something like that, off of the highway. Road that's got a yellow line. So they usually do pretty good, but when it's nothing, mainly ice here, they said on the internet they've already treated once, and they're going to load up. And when this is over this evening, it's supposed to be over by 8 o'clock. But then the advisory is going till 7 in the morning tomorrow. So I'm anticipating. I was already scheduled to be off work tomorrow, so that gives me an extra day. After that, I just have to play it by ear. So it's going to be sunnier tomorrow, but the bad part is it's going to be very cold, and that's the bad part of the next next part of the week. I know at least till Wednesday, maybe Thursday. I know at night it's going to be very cold, but if you can get the roads cleared, that'll help out. I should be able to get our driveway manageable by, hopefully by tomorrow afternoon, to where I can get my work truck out. But we'll just have to wait and see. So I'll see you in a little bit. Well, hello. It's the next afternoon. Pretty much the same time I was talking to you there a few seconds ago. It's about 1 o'clock. We have gotten more snow. It was snowing at daylight, so I don't know exactly when it started snowing. The weather app is not even on my laptop, is not even showing snow. The weather app I use is the Weather Channel app, and it has always been, you can pinpoint it down to your home address. I'm not saying it's 100% accurate, but it's always been really pretty close to being accurate. But this snowstorm here, it hasn't really been on at all. Now, my phone app, it's showing snow right now, but it's also showing no accumulation. But you might be able to see my footprint. It's going down to the ice that was there yesterday. It just depends on where you step, I guess, but it looks like we've gotten about an inch or an inch and a half of snow on top of what we had. But it's still snow. I mean, it's still coming down. I mean, it's been doing this all day. Luckily, it's just a light, I guess you can say a light snow. There's no wind out right now. So I'm kind of torn on what to do. And like I said, all these plans are mainly for my work truck down there. Like I said, we've got a 4-wheel drive pickup. I wouldn't feel nervous at all about having to drive the 4-wheel drive pickup out here, because it's not a lot of snow. The total snow with the ice is probably about 4 inches or so. And that's just a guess also. I've been trying to get totals off the computer, but I think where we've had so much rain, sleet to go along with everything, it's kind of skewing all the numbers. But I've got my tractor back there ready to go. I think I may do some clean out going down by the building, just in case we need to walk down there. In case my wife, I mean, I'm not against taking a swipe with the tractor down through here, but if we have to go anywhere for the next week or so, it's going to be in the 4-wheel drive anyway. The roads are still impassable. I just saw a thing on the internet from the mayor of our little town saying that everything froze back over last night. Matter of fact, I just came out of the house about 5 minutes before I turned the camera on, and right as I came out of the house, a plow truck went by down on the road. So I'm going to venture down there here in a minute and see what the roads look like right now. But tonight it's supposed to get record lows again, single digits. It's about 17, 18 degrees here right now on my thermometer. The internet is showing it different, but that's an actual reading on my thermometer. So, like I said, I'm kind of torn on what to do. So, I'm going to start cleaning the vehicles off. And I was trying to wait for the snow to quit, so I don't have to do it but once, because I need to thaw them out. Talked to a buddy of mine texting this morning I work with. He said he couldn't even get in his truck. It was froze. He lives about an hour and a half away. So I'm going to have to do something, but I don't think I'm going to be going anywhere in my work truck for at least another day or so. So I'm going to get to work on a little bit of cleaning the vehicles off, and then I'll take it from there. Ice is just a little thick on the windshield. I have to start it up. try to thaw it out a little bit to get it off the windshield. Yeah, I got the old Ford started, but you can see this right here. You can tell how thick that is. That's all ice. We had a lot of rain, freezing rain and sleet, more than we did snow. We're getting more snow now than we got between all weekend, from Friday till Sunday. It seems like it anyway. I know over here you could see our grass yesterday. You could see the grass sticking up pretty far. Now you can't see it at all. So like I said, I don't know what the totals are through the internet and everything, but I can tell you with the naked eye what we're getting a lot more snow today, which is not going to be good. I did see the plow truck went down the road towards the main road and turned around and came back. So at least they did 2 swipes. I don't know how much salting they'll do, because the salt's only going to do so good down to, what is it, 20 degrees? I don't know. Sorry about the camera. All right. So I'm probably going to take a walk down here to my work truck. I can't do a whole lot of running, starting up on my work truck right now, because dumb me forgot to get gas. I mean, I've got enough gas to warm it up and everything, but I don't want it to run for very long. I'm about 3 miles from a gas station, so that's a good thing. So I'm going to at least go down here and see what I'm dealing with. All right, I've already had one battery freeze up on me. I got it in my shirt pocket, close to my heart, because my wife will tell you I've got a warm heart. Yeah. I was going to show you a minute ago. I've got the windshield kind of clear. There was about 2 inches of ice on my windshield, and I used a combination of this broom I almost tripped over, just tapping it real light, and then I brought in the big gun. You got to be a experienced professional before you can do that. But I used the hammer all the way from here up to right there. Then I used my broom. Had you fooled though, didn't I? Okay, the sun, it did pop out. There's one little clearing there. Now my weather app did say, let me put my glove back on. My weather app did say that the sun was supposed to start peeking out about 2 o'clock. Excuse me again while I put my glove on. There we go. So that part is right. I'm still not going to start my truck up. It's got about a little bit less than an 1/8 tank gas, or about an 1/8 tank gas, if I remember right. I do have some gas down here in a can that I can put in here if I need to. But I'm going to try to wait till tomorrow to start it. I'm not going to be able to get out of here by tomorrow anyway. I don't see it. It's supposed to be 25 degrees tomorrow and partly sunny. So we'll see what's going to happen. I think it was 25, something like that. It's going to be warmer than it is right now. But the next day it's going to drop back down. So we're going to have about 5 days, almost a week's worth of frigid temperatures. Single digit, minus 10 with a wind chill, or 20 with a wind chill, something like that. So anyway, my plan is, for now, I've got the windshield clear. The snow is slowing down. And it's not supposed to do anything after that, but it's been snowing all day, as I said a second ago. So I'm still torn, obviously, with this van from here down, or let's just say from right here where the gravel pit starts out to the road. I'm going to have, I wouldn't say clear, but I'm not going to be able to have all this mess on here because this van will not go on that. I'm going to walk down here in a minute since I'm so close. I'm about 100 yards away or so, 75 yards from the road, something like that. That's why I parked my van down here, so I don't have as far to go when I leave or come home. I take the tractor and clear out a spot here, clear all this out, give me a path going up that way. I don't have no choice. You know, if the temperature was going to be all right, all I got to do is clear the hill going up to the road, and it will thaw out because the sun hits it all day long from sun up to sundown, or almost sundown. But anyway, that's where I'm at for now. As the snow starts back up, I got my truck still running up there, so I need to go up there and take care of that, and then come back and go down the road. Maybe take the side by side, we'll see. All right, getting the Ford truck thawed out, check. And when you're cleaning off I always make sure I clean off these vent holes, or I call them vent holes, right here. They look different on all vehicles, or sometimes they're sunk down. Probably somebody's older truck up here. New ones, everything's down inside there, but that allows fresh air to get in there. So anyway, I always clean them off. I don't know if that's a professional opinion or not, but it is an opinion. All right, now it's time for me to go get warm for a while and come back with another plan for my next stage. See you in a bit. Well, good morning, or it's almost afternoon. I meant to, or I tried to do some more filming. I did do some more filming, and then when I went to put it on my laptop, I accidentally erased it. What I did was I went down and showed you the road, which we're going to be doing that today anyway, and I also walked up in what we call the meadow and got a good look down. Our electric lines are at to check the trees out to make sure they weren't bending over with ice. They're not. We've got a little bit of ice here. Luckily we didn't get a whole lot in this area, but that doesn't mean that somewhere else in our area that electric won't go out, causing us to go out. But right now we're doing good. It's just really extremely cold. It's supposed to, but today only, it's supposed to get up to around 25. That's going to be around 5 o'clock. So I've got to get started doing as much snow removal, ice removal as I can, so I could try to get back to work. I've still got to do that for a while. I do have more coming on that later though. So I got to try to hopefully get my tractor started up. I had my edge tamers on there to remove the snow, but I'm gonna have to take those back off because it's just nothing but there's some snow, but I got to break down through the ice. So all right, I'm gonna try to get started here. Okay, my camera keeps freezing up on me. Earlier you seen the tarp I had on there. Worst decision I ever made was tying it down with the rope. I couldn't find the bungee cords. I had to cut the rope off. Yeah, so my camera's been freezing up on me. I couldn't get it to come back on. I was gonna try to film a little bit of me plowing here, or yeah, doing the snow removal. The ice removal is kinda in places it's digging down, places it's not. So I'm not forcing it. I'm already ruining my gravel, but I mean, it's just the way it is. But I've got a path out to the road. I don't really think I could get it any better. The sun was supposed to be out today to help maybe with a little thaw out, because it's getting up to 25. It's not going to be 25 till close to sunset, so I don't think it's going to do any good. The wind has gotten up, so I don't know about my work truck. I've still got to try to clear this out. I can't get the backhoe as close as I want because of the ice, so I'll have to try to use my flat shovel best I can to make a path to get it out. Yeah, that van, I could tell you from last year, it gets stuck real easy. It was spinning on a flat spot last year. But what I ended up doing last year was I had it backed up here, just sitting here. In the morning, all I had to do was just put it in drive and go. Then coming home, turning it around is the hard part. So I'm gonna have to go in and get dry and get a little thawed out of it out here. I'm thinking about an hour. So I got to get some refuel, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything else today or not. So I just don't know. I'm ready for this to end, I know that. So let me go get warm, get some fuel back in my tractor. I may go ahead and do that now before I go in. It's about 1/8 of tank left. So sometime today I've got to at least start my truck up. I've got some gas down there left in the can. I think I mentioned, or that may have been one of the files that got deleted, that I've only got about 1/8 tank of gas. I don't want to run it for too long. I forgot to get gas when I came home from work last Friday. Yeah, so, but I'll be all right. I'm not that far from a gas station. So the hard part though is going to be getting up that hill. If you can get a little bit of grip on the hill, it's fine. But if I can get a running start, maybe all right. So the road is okay. There's people driving on it. I mean, it's not great. I need to find out what the main roads are like. I just worry about this truck here it slides real easy. So anyway, all right, see you in a little bit. Check the gator here for gas, see if we got enough to get by. Looks like we do. May put a little smidge in there, then I'm gonna put the rest of my van down there. I need to start my van up, get it thawed out. I really don't think I'm gonna be able to make it out tomorrow, but I don't know. shoot for Thursday. I'm going to do some more clearing, see what it is. Looks like it's only 2:30 right now, but I don't think it's going to get any warmer than they said it was going to get. I believe it was 21 degrees a while ago. 25 is not any better, but the sun is supposed to be shining, and it's not. So let me check the gas, get down here to the van, and then we'll see. once again. It's the next day, and this is my third attempt at doing a closeout video, the end video. I like to do those. Sometimes it doesn't work out, but I'm determined because yesterday I had 4 different videos that didn't work out because of the cold. 2 of them I accidentally deleted, and then yesterday my last 2, the video froze up but the audio kept going. Now earlier today I did one, and I was just inside gonna upload it to the computer, and there was condensation on the lens and it was all foggy. So I hope this one works out. Just the last one. Let me see. Right now it is down to about 18 degrees. A lot colder than that with the wind chill. It's going to be cold tonight. This weekend's going to be really cold, so y'all be careful out there. So I'm going to go ahead and close this video out. I'm still not 100% confident in the driveway, but it's getting there. I didn't get anything done on the driveway today, but at least the sun did get to shine on it. But the bad part is we're having winds about 18 to 25 miles an hour wind gusts, so that's not going to help thaw anything out. But you know, we're over there on the hill where the driveway, that's the part that we really worry about. It does, when the sun shines, it's on it all day long, all the way up till dark almost. So if we can get some sun on it, it'll thaw out some. Tomorrow I may take some salt down there to put on it. That part down there it's so hard that it's been there so long that there's really no danger in it messing the base up. It's almost like concrete underneath of it almost. I usually do salt it a little bit, but it's been so cold the salt's not going to do anything. But I may go down there. I've got some in the building still from last year, and throw it down there just to see what it'll do for the next 2 days. Tomorrow's Thursday. Let's have to wait and see. So I'm going to close this video out. Thank you for watching. Wasn't a whole lot going on, but I just couldn't do a whole lot because my camera kept freezing. So I was lucky to get what the footage I got. I was lucky to get. So well, thank you for watching, and I may do another one on this because that's what's happening right now. But we'll just have to wait and see. So we'll see you next time. God bless.